doubt. Of course, y'all gotta get to us. You know, shades of hip hop, no doubt. Shades of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I like that because we get to say just what the we want to cook. Underground raw. He said no cleaning it up. That's why I'm gonna give y'all the dirt.
Well, Kevin probably go down as one of the most important figures in hip hop. He has longevity. He represents endurance over long periods of time. He's been the pad for many string of hit records and big underground hits. He's had gold albums. He's done collaborations of all different sorts and types. He's done production company things where he's put out other artists. And so many years later, he can still do a song like "Oh Yeah," that's just rugged and drop shines and drop lyrical flows. He can rip any show over probably any other MC. He'll always be my choice as far as like if you wanted to put up the best MCs in a battle. He would be my number one that he would win. It's just refreshing to see that somebody can stay in the game this long, longevity, and still make good songs. Even if the sales is not there no more, he's basically said, fine, you know, my albums don't really go gold no more, but that's cool. You know, I'm still doing this for the love of the culture. And people like myself, I don't know about other people, but KRS is somebody who I look to and kind of use as an example. He also represents black people as a whole. He's somebody who can get up in an interview and be articulate and be intelligent.
Well, actually, that's about being invincible. I was really rhyming from a very high spiritual level, meaning that in this realm there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no up, down, black, white, physical, non-physical. It just is. And so in that energy, I take on many forms, and I truly believe and understand that I have the same energy that makes me, has made Martin Luther King, has made kings and queens that I don't even have the names or memory of, but the energy still exists. So if you talk strictly from the point of view of energy and what that means in terms of movement, etc., then you'll begin to just talk like you'll take on many different forms and shapes all at one time. And I wanted the listener to understand that you're looking at KRS-One in the physical sense. Don't get caught up in the material. I always try to give my listener that message. Don't get caught up in material. KRS-One is an energy that is also you, me, I, everyone, and everyone in the past and everyone in the future.
Well, some people, people call that metaphysics. I mean, how did you get started in that? I mean, we were talking to Willie D a little bit earlier, and he was saying he got up with you when you was like, homeless in the whole nine. But how did you get into metaphysics after that?
Well, that was it. I from home at about 15 years old. I started running away and probably left for good around 15. And I stayed on the streets of New York City, as a homeless person. 10 yards, 8 out of garbage cans, the whole 9. But it was great. I really had fun. Good, as hard as it might seem, it was really an experience in my mind to spiritual life. And not spiritual life from the point of view of, whoa, God, and repent my sins, and not that kind of spiritual life, meaning control of your mind and environment. Simple techniques for advancing your mind and your environment. And that's what I really got into. That's what metaphysics is supposed to be all about. That's what spiritual or any of the occult sciences is supposed to be about. It's not really about tarot cards or palm reading or 1-900 psychic or something like that. They are really making a joke out of it. In real life, there is a science of mind, and the mind affects the entire environment. And when you understand that science, then you're embarking upon that metaphysical mission.
Alright, so what's the next project for KRS-One?
Well, actually there is no next. It's actually now, right now, as we speak. I can't really say that because there is always a next, I guess you should say. There is a lot going on. On that note, let me answer the question in a different way. I'm trying to turn my career into a total live career, where the only way you can hear or see KRS-One is live. I'm trying to push my career to that point where I don't sell any records at all. Well, everything I've ever done is except for Sex and Violence and Return of the Boom Bap. And that's which is more recent, but also I lost half my audience with the PM Dawn incident.
Alright, well, we don't even have to went into that. Think so?
Oh yeah, we do a lot of research, and we lost half the, but I gained a stronger core. So we knew ahead of time those expenses. Well, I think people know enough about KRS-One because KRS-One is very simple and to the point. And that simplicity is sometimes the most complex and complicated thing to deal with. My thing, KRS-One's image is about social and human development. What is it that makes humanity and society tick? And if we can thematically approach certain problems and deal with them scientifically as opposed to believing or not believing or memorizing, hoping, that kind of thing, praying, this kind of thing, as opposed to blaming things you don't understand on God, understand the entire environment, then you don't have those problems anymore.
That happened 2 years ago. I signed a deal with Shaquille's label, Twism. Alright. And I was working on Shaquille's album, helping him out with a lot of stuff.
Was you writing shit for him? Alright. Because I mean, that was said that, you know.
Yeah, he write a lot of his own stuff, but I brought a little flavor to the album.
Go into that a little bit real quick. Go into that. How does that work? I mean, you like, is it actually MC saying your words and shit, or you just giving them a content? Yo, you know what? You should do it a little bit like this.
He don't really like to go into what your words are. He might take a concept and put his own words to it. He writes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that, but he writes most of his stuff. But I might bring a concept, an ill concept, and write it. He'll take it and flip it another way. You know what I'm saying? So we can mutually for him. And after that, I signed to his label, Twism. And you know, I told him before I put an album out on Twism, me and my man gotta do something first, somewhere else. He's the one that introduced me to Shaq. Tariq introduced me to Shaq. Alright. We was rolling on Interscope first. Alright. But all that changed. That's my man. We're working on his next album.